A word of introduction. This day is the result of a conversation that started almost a year ago. I had one conversation with Mike McPherson, whom you're going to meet in a moment, having begun to read the contributions in Wither Opportunity. I asked him whether he thought there was an opportunity to take this framework global and to think about its applicability in other countries that were struggling with rising inequality and the pursuit of advanced economic and educational opportunity for, in particular, for the low-income people. In his characteristic fashion, Mike said, "That's an interesting idea. Tell me more about it." Then I happened to come to Israel, and I had a similar conversation with my friends here at Yad HaNadiv, in particular Ariel Weiss and Gal Fisher, and Sarah, I think, was part of that conversation also. And I dropped the same kind of question. Having studied some of, well, I've read all of the papers in this, and having studied some of them even more carefully, my sense was that there was a framework here that was worth considering in Israel. And here we are. So it's a pleasure to think that we have made it to this stage, thanks to the support and patience and, I suppose, limited risk aversion of Ariel Weiss and his colleagues and our friends in the Israel Academy of Sciences and Humanities. My job this morning is to introduce the two main speakers for this session, which is a pleasure to do and an honor. Richard Murnane and I have been friends, and I have considered him to be a mentor only since about 1976. We were 6 years old at the time, and Dick is Thompson professor at Harvard University. You can read his bio in your materials. I won't repeat all that. I'll only say that it is quite evident to anybody who follows these topics in the United States, and I think elsewhere, that Dick is probably the preeminent economist of education in the United States today. And I continue to learn from him every chance I get. So it's a pleasure to introduce him to you and to have had an opportunity to bring him to Israel for the first time. And we hope things work out and that he will be back. Dick is going to talk about the data and some of the findings in Wither. We will then hear from Mike McPherson, another dear friend and colleague. Mike is the president of the Spencer Foundation, and another one of the people about whom I think I'm one of the luckiest people around to be able to work with Mike. As the president of the foundation, Mike has made it abundantly clear that that foundation is the leader in the world of philanthropy as it relates to research in education. And here we have just one of the most recent remarkable products of the Spencer Foundation, which was done as a partnership with Russell Sage, and that is one of the most careful and complete treatments of this topic that one could imagine. So you can read more about Mike's bio in your materials too, but it's wonderful to have him here to tell you something more about the process and how this this work came about and what we think the future is.